After a 10-day gap, the Premier League is back. The English champions, Manchester United, won't be European champions this season. Today they turn their attentions back to the domestic championship. A sunny afternoon in Manchester and a full house at Old Trafford for Manchester United against Wimbledon. Well, while several of United's squad opted out of playing international football due to a variety of injuries, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did his World Cup hopes no harm whatsoever by scoring for Norway in their 2-2 draw with Belgium. Manchester United were hoping to have Ryan Giggs fit again after missing 7 games through injury. He's out, as is Peter Schmeichel, who's still injured, and Nicky Butt too. But the Neville brothers, Gary and Philip, David Beckham and Paul Scholes, who all missed England's trip to Switzerland in midweek, are fit to play, but no Teddy Sheringham, he's suspended. Wimbledon were hoping to parade new recruit Mark Kennedy, who signed yesterday from Liverpool, but he has a damaged hand and is out. And this week Vinnie Jones has left the club to join Queen's Park Rangers as player coach. Wimbledon's major change comes in attack where Marcus Gale, who's found it hard to score goals throughout the season, returns to the side at the expense of Jason Ewell. And there's a switch in defence where Ben Thatcher is drafted in at the expense of Dean Blackwell. Raymond van der Houw continues to deputise for Peter Schmeichel, who was hoping to pass a fitness test and play in this important game for Manchester United. Both Schmeichel and Giggs have been pencilled into this starting 11 today. Both have had their names crossed out. Ryan Giggs leaves the field after being presented with a trophy to mark his goal of the month in the match against Derby on February the 21st, the last time he played for Alex Ferguson's side. No doubt Manchester United already have their eyes on one or two of these youngsters. So many have come through their scouting system, through their junior ranks, progressed on to the reserve side, and as these youngsters shake hands with Ryan Giggs, it's a proud moment in their young footballing careers. And no doubt there's plenty of their idols at Old Trafford who they'll want to emulate. There's Dermot Gallagher in the middle, a referee from Banbury, who during the week combines his job as marketing manager of Whitley Town Football Club in Oxfordshire with his refereeing duties. Well, an important game for very different reasons for Manchester United and Wimbledon. Manchester United now can be caught by second-placed Arsenal and need a victory here today just to put their foot back on the accelerator in their attempt to retain the championship. At the other end of the table, Wimbledon, 6th from bottom, are getting sucked into a relegation dogfight. Their manager Joe Kinnear said the team need to win 3 more games this season to ensure survival. And to that aim, they get this match underway, probably their most difficult remaining game, up against the reigning champions, who have been pricked by their absence from the European Cup after their elimination at the hands of Monaco. That's Irwin scooting the ball forward towards Andy Cole. Chris Berry tried to tackle him. It's broken here to Ardley, the right winger. He released the ball intelligently, looking for Marcus Gale. Manchester United beat Wimbledon 5-2 at Selhurst Park back in November. They're looking for a similar sort of performance. Here's Gary Neville now for Manchester United. Infield to Beckham, who's returning after injury. Nowhere near Solskjaer. David Beckham, who missed the England trip to Switzerland in midweek, and ironically did his World Cup hopes no harm in doing so. Lieben Just about got the flick on, it broke off Irwin. Cleverly played back by Gary Neville to Raymond van der Houw. No gloom or doom around Old Trafford after that European exit. The supporters very much in the mind of Manchester United on today. Thatcher got the ball out of play. Thought he just brushed off Andy Cole. Not so. Throw in here to Manchester United. Neville takes it. That's Gary Neville. Scholes is inside the box and drills the ball into the side netting, with Wimbledon appealing for a handball. Well, Roberts got completely deceived by that long throw, and Scholes rattled the ball wrong side of the upright as far as Manchester United are concerned. Gale with a flick on, and then on by Lieburn. Cunningham with the throw, forward towards Lieburn. Rather misplaced pass, Gale flicks it on. Michael Hughes tried to get in there for Wimbledon, he's done just that. Played the ball back here towards Gale here. Well, the whistle has gone. Clever ball in by Kimball. Gale's fine goals hard to come by this season. Alex Ferguson led Manchester United to their 4th title in 5 years last season, but he wanted the European Cup this year. Made no bones about that. This is Kimball now for Wimbledon. Gary Neville. Ronnie Johnson. Bobby Earl was fouled. He takes a free kick quickly. This is Hughes now for Wimbledon. Always has a trick and a turn. Shame about the cross. It was nowhere near Lieburn. It was a gift for Van der Houw. Long ball forward looking for Andy Cole. Still Cole. Good save by Neil Sullivan. Real Route 1 football by Manchester United. Van der Houw with that long clearance, and Andy Cole almost took full advantage of it, and in the end was denied by a very good save by Neil Sullivan. Michael Hughes now for Wimbledon. Roberts. Philip Neville. Scholes. Was intended towards Beckham. Solskjaer tried to help out, but strength of the ball was still too much. But Andy Cole had a great opportunity to give Manchester United the lead. Andy Cole, who hasn't scored a league goal now for quite a while. May again. United offside. In fact, he hasn't scored in the league since Boxing Day, Andy Cole. Neil Sullivan was away on international duty this week with Scotland. Joe Kinnear, the manager of Wimbledon, who behind Alex Ferguson is the Premier League's longest serving manager. Earl. Kimball. To put Hughes in here. There's always that fight and determination by Wimbledon, which Manchester United are going to have to try and subdue. Wimbledon, as they've shown throughout the recent seasons, no soft touch. This is Kimball with the long throw. Headed out by May. Corner kick here to Wimbledon. Wimbledon's record here in the league isn't good. They've lost on their last 4 visits to Old Trafford, but last season managed to knock Manchester United out of the FA Cup. after drawing here. Wimbledon corner. Just a moment's panic there for Manchester United as Gale went in search of the ball. Not quite that fast, but certainly United found it hard to countenance the aerial threat there of Wimbledon. Cole. Beckham. Ball by Beckham, just slightly overhit, but the idea was a good one, as Philip Neville will testify. Scholes. Beckham. Manchester United have to go backwards before they can go forwards. Van der Haar. Nice clearance. Van der Haar at least has seen first team action this season. I would imagine this could be his last game, with Peter Schmeichel very close now to returning to the league champions. This is traditionally a time of year where Manchester United tend to put their game together and sprint on towards the title. As soon as the clocks move back in England, suddenly Manchester United move forward. The British summertime starts tonight. This is Michael Hughes. Hughes with a shot, it's a good one too. Straight hand Van der Haar, he's a former Manchester City player. So Hughes will have a particular reason for wanting to do well today. That's Cole. Cleverly helped off towards Philip Neville. Tries to get goal side of Cunningham. Away by Chris Perry. Not that far though, only as far as Dennis Irwin. Irwin's cross. Beckham offside. Beckham had just mistimed his run, and had this header gone in, it wouldn't have counted. Incidentally, Beckham's last 7 goals for United have all come away from home, so he'll be keen to find a goal at Old Trafford before too long. It was Henning Berg getting the ball out of play. Surprisingly, no great inquest at Old Trafford after their European exit. This is Gale. Ardley. Hughes. Hughes again. And Van der Haar with the catch. That's a good ball on towards Solskjaer. Andy Cole now. Great defending by Chris Perry. Beckham. The cross angled away from goal towards the head of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's Irwin helping the ball on. Roberts. Away by Kenny Cunningham. Good control by Lieburn. Very controlled football here by Wimbledon. This is Michael Hughes. Roberts. All the way back to his goalkeeper, Neil Sullivan. Just going back to Manchester United's European exit, there was no panic buying by Manchester United. Just thoughtful reflection that their squad might have been a little bit stronger at a time that it was depleted. And how Manchester United missed Ryan Giggs, who's still missing from the first 11 today. Thatcher's the back marker here. Oh, he's almost sold his goalkeeper short, and Andy Cole almost nipped in. Quick thinking of Andy Cole almost brought United a goal. Van der Hau. Thatcher, just about enough to pick out Sullivan. Thatcher has it back again. This time picks out Kimball. Van der Hau with the clearance. Still no great fluidity about this Manchester United team. They've struggled to find that sort of form in the last couple of months, when their overall displays, to say the least, have been patchy. Well, Irwin, touched off by Beckham to Gary Neville. I think Wimbledon will be happy that they've lasted the opening 12.5 minutes without conceding a goal. There was one really good opportunity for Andy Cole, but Wimbledon just beginning to grow in stature now. It's always difficult the opening 10 minutes against Manchester United. Dennis Irwin has the captain's armband. Ronnie Johnson. United's throw, rather shapeless so far. You can always tell so much by looking at the faces of the spectators. There's another air of concern written across several of those faces at the moment. United still haven't clicked into that free-flowing gear. And here's Hughes now for Wimbledon. How a goal would settle Manchester United down. Wimbledon just won't give United that sort of space. Kimball with the cross. Lieber. Denied any space at all by Gary Neville. Going into this game, Manchester United have a 6-point lead at the top of the table. Second-placed Arsenal have 3 games in hand. Kimball with the throw. Series of 1-2s with Michael Hughes, who delivers the cross. Robbie Earl. Hardley. Roberts. Cole. Philip Neville. And this is Ronnie Johnson. Beckham did well to shrug off the initial challenge. He's released the ball here to Scholes. And Cole's offside. Andy Cole, who's got 22 goals this season, that's quite a return for him. And has already scored 4 times against Wimbledon in a Manchester United jersey in his time at Old Trafford. We've had nearly 16 minutes of the game, and it's still goalless. Beckham. Gary Neville with his throw in now for Manchester United. Put out by Thatcher in the end. He picks out Gale. Gale caught very late indeed by Henning Berg. we have the first caution of the game, which goes to Henningberg. Now, what can Wimbledon do with this free kick? Kimball takes it up towards Lieben. Carl Lieben signed from Charlton in January for the Wimbledon club. Ardley. Manchester United, who've taken just 1 point from their last 3 games, once again finding life difficult against Wimbledon, as so many teams have since Wimbledon arrived in the top flight of English football. Van der Haar with a very clever ball in the air. This is David May. Beckham. Gary Neville. Thatcher scoops the ball forward, looking for Lieben. Hughes, bit of space here for Ardley. He'll leave it to Kenny Cunningham. Cunningham's cross. Gary Neville with a clearance. I'm not sure Van der Haar made any sort of contact at all. Once again, Manchester United now and again look slightly frail defensively. Hughes. Johnson. And Berg gets it back to Van der Haar. All that enthusiasm which greeted the kickoff seems to have disappeared from Old Trafford. Berg. Cole. Scholes. His shot blocked by Thatcher. Ricochets here towards Beckham. Free kick to Manchester United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took a fearful whack on his shin. Thatcher yellow carded for that. I think the tackle was genuinely late there, rather than malicious. But it sets up a really promising opportunity here for Manchester United. David Beckham stands over the ball. We've had 20 minutes of the first half. Still 0-0 between Manchester United and Wimbledon. Can Beckham find a goal at Old Trafford? No. Clever idea by Beckham. I think Sullivan would have been beaten there had it been a little bit more accurate. Lieben. Andy Cole. Away by Cunningham. Ardley. We've almost reached the midway point of the first half. When you bear in mind Manchester United, overwhelming favourites to win this match. They've only really had one accurate shot on goal, that one by Andy Cole. Makes you realise how much they're struggling. hardly peppered Neil Sullivan's goal. That's Lieben who flicks it on. This is Hughes. And options here for Ardley for Wimbledon. Van der Haar took the ball very, very cleanly indeed. He had to do. Ardley just needed to get some elevation. His cross, it wasn't there. And the referee's assistant wants the throw-in taken by a Wimbledon player, preferably in the right place. Kimball will take the throw. Another throw-in here to Wimbledon. It was by Gary Neville. Johnson. Kimball's a defender. Robbed instantly here by Beckham. And Kimball fouled Beckham. So Manchester United have a free kick, a chance to push one or two players forward. The scoreboard says it all. Beckham with a free kick. Philip Neville. Cole. Johnson. Picked up by Henningberg. A bit more pressure now from Manchester United. That's what the fans at Old Trafford certainly want. This is Gary Neville. Bit of space for him. And Neil Sullivan, the Wimbledon goalkeeper, is absolutely furious with his defence. They're not making life difficult for Gary Neville because he moved into the space here and nobody challenged him. And quite simply, you can't do that against Manchester United and expect to keep a scoreline blank. Lieben gives it away to Philip Neville. Solskjaer, Johnson. Touched off by Cole. This is Scholes. Beckham now. This is more like it from Manchester United. Solskjaer said that just off target. And he applauds the quality of the cross. Scholes set Manchester United moving forward. Beckham flighted the ball into the penalty area. And it was Solskjaer who put his header wide. Solskjaer, who's already scored once this week for his country in Norway's 2-2 draw against Belgium. Cole. Scholes. Intercepted there by Kimball, all the way back to Neil Sullivan. Now it's Kimball. It's time to turn. Good leap there by Lieben, picking out Michael Hughes. Two here's Kenny Cunningham, Michael Hughes, Gale. And that really was a wasteful ball by Marcus Gale. He was never going to score from that sort of angle. He scored twice in the league this season. One of those goals is on the opening day. Cole. Cut out this time by Thatcher. This is Kenny Cunningham. Van der Haar. Hughes. Robbie Earle. Neil Ardley now for Wimbledon. Still 0-0 after 26 minutes. Ball beaten in the air by Solskjaer. Thatcher completes the clearance. Wimbledon historically don't score a lot of goals here. In their last 11 league games, Wimbledon have scored just 4 times. And Joe Kinnear will tell you that last league goal was back in October '92. But Wimbledon have had a difficult season. They're just 4 points away from the relegation zone. They have Newcastle, Everton and Tottenham beneath them. And then you're inside the bottom 3. Here's Cole. Oh, he's been taken out here by Kenny Cunningham. And there's shouts of off, off, off from the United fans. It's just a yellow card for Kenny Cunningham. Now, was Cunningham the final defender? Would Cole have been clean through? I suspect the answer was yes. That really should have been a red card. I think Wimbledon have been slightly fortunate there. Irwin and Beckham stand over the ball. Maybe Beckham again to try his luck. It's Irwin. And the follow-up from Scholes, woefully inadequate. Alex Ferguson has talked about the burnout of some of his young players as they approach the final lap of the current season. And he is as mindful as anybody that several of his stars will be away on World Cup duty in France in the summer. Most of his first team will be away. Solskjaer, held up by Perry. Super ball to pick out Gary Neville. Neville. Great interception there by Kimball. Certainly having a busy game. So it's Beckham to take this corner kick for Manchester United. We've had nearly half an hour of the game. Still goalless. Solskjaer. It's another corner. There haven't been that many attempts on Neil Sullivan's goal. Berger's gone forward. Irwin. Beckham. Beckham again. Easily taken by Neil Sullivan. Well, United continue to work diligently in midfield. This should be Van der Hau's ball. David Beckham seems to be limping slightly. I just wonder whether there's been a recurrence of his injury. He was forced to pull out of the England squad because of injury in midweek. Andy Roberts. Away by Kenny Cunningham. Ronnie Johnson. 14 minutes to half-time. Scholes. Wide to Philip Neville. Great cross, cleared by Kimball. And Manchester United continue to turn the screw now on Wimbledon. This is Gary Neville. They can't find a way through, mind you. Johnson. Cole. Solskjaer. Berg. And Gary Neville now for Manchester United. Johnson moves ominously forward. Chipped by Robbie Earle. Robbie Earle will go to the World Cup in the summer with Jamaica. Interestingly, Robbie Earle's been given the captain's armband now that Vinnie Jones has left the club. Jones has joined Queen's Park Rangers as player coach. Now Wimbledon will miss his influence on the field and off it too. Still 0-0. Beckham. Some fans on the far side of the ground thought that was in. Beckham continues to pepper Neil Sullivan's goal. That one, once again, the wrong side of the upright. And every minute which passes, there's another minute that Wimbledon have stopped Manchester United scoring. And every minute, there's an extra bit of confidence on the team from South London. Hughes. Hardley. Cunningham. Cunningham's cross. Gale! The Howe's goal was exposed there, all right. Gale wonders how that one didn't land on his head. I think the answer is he has to move his feet. Hardley with the corner kick. Can Wimbledon shock Manchester United here? Hardley to bend this one in. And the Howe with the save. More a catch, really. And it's Solskjaer who loses out. That's Kimball. That's all the way through to Raymond van der Houw. And Dennis Irwin. Johnson. Still seems like a Sunday stroll for Manchester United. You hardly think that they have been told to pull their socks up, with Arsenal breathing down their necks now. Hardley. Gale tried to get a flick on, and Van der Houw had to reach out for that one. This is Beckham. Early ball forward, looking for Cole. And he's picked out Cole, who's turned Thatcher. Lovely turn by Andy Cole. Thatcher got back to make a challenge, and then Perry got it clear, and Cole's committed a foul, and it all comes to naught. Lovely turn there by Andy Cole. Flat-footed the Wimbledon defence, and he thought he was in on goal there, but Wimbledon had other ideas. Gale demands an awful lot of Lieber. Roberts. Roberts again, picking out Kenny Cunningham. Corner. No problems for Manchester United. And this isn't the way the script might have gone at all. The odds for Manchester United winning this game were quite prohibitive in terms of putting some money on them in this match. Isn't turning out that way, though. Cunningham. Roberts has already played here this season with Crystal Palace. Great ball by Kimball, turning it back to Neil Sullivan. Colin Kimball. Almost rugby union fashion, kicking for touch. There's a look of Harrison Ford about him. Wimbledon's very own Indiana Jones. Roberts. Wide to Kenny Kenningham, who captained the Republic of Ireland in midweek.
Leave it!
Henningberg. Thump forward accurately towards Cole. And the understanding there between Solskjaer and Cole wasn't quite there. Andy Roberts, recent arrival from Crystal Palace, who share Wimbledon's ground at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace, the landlords, really. Wimbledon, the tenants. Ronnie Johnson. Scholes. Picks out Beckham. United try to just open up the Wimbledon defence here. Gary Neville, Andy Cole! Got clear by Kenningham, only as far as Beckham, mind you. Kimball flattened him. Cole gets a shot on target. And Kimball and Beckham exchange sour words. Meanwhile, Gary Neville crosses the ball. Might come through to Philip Neville now. Owen. Still not on target. And that is the acid test for Manchester United. They can pepper Neil Sullivan's goal all they want, but their strikes have to be accurate. And this one just wasn't. Well wide. Dennis Irwin pointing the way forward for Manchester United, but it's been a rather laboured performance in the first half so far. That's Roberts and that's Kenningham. Lieben's touch was a poor one. Lieben, as far as I believe anyway, just seems to be struggling trying to make the transition between the nationwide First Division and the English Premier League. And we enter the final 5 minutes of the first half. Alex Ferguson's side still being held 0-0 by Wimbledon. Johnson. And here's Beckham. Gary Neville. It's not a great ball. Michael Hughes. He joined Wimbledon from West Ham. I'm sure Joe Kinnear, the Wimbledon manager, will say to his team at half-time, this game is there for the winning. Because Wimbledon have held Manchester United and haven't really created too much of their own. May. Gary Neville under pressure from Michael Hughes. And then gets a bit of a kicking from Gary Neville. Gary Neville saying there was a handball prior to the foul by Neville on Hughes. The referee, Dermot Gallagher, was there in an instant and decided there wasn't a handball. Free kick then to Wimbledon. 4 minutes to half-time, still 0-0. That's Ardley. And there was a bit of holding back there by Berg on Gale. Nick on was by Lieben. And Gale tried to move on to this ball. Robbie Earle. Michael Hughes now. Twists away from Philip Neville. Well won by Dennis Irwin. Cole unable to win it. This is Robbie Earle again. Michael Hughes now running at the United defence. Dreams of glory then about scoring at Old Trafford, the theatre of dreams. Gary Neville. Still the patient very much off colour as far as Manchester United are concerned. Andy Cole. Philip Neville. Cole. Gary Neville now. Just too many Wimbledon players back there. And they have their defence expertly organised. Ronnie Johnson now. Final 2 minutes of the first half, still goalless. Philip Neville. Two players went for the same balls, Scholes and Cole. And this is Gary Neville. Away by Perry. Gale holds the ball up very well indeed for Wimbledon. Picks out Michael Hughes. Trying to pick out Gale again. And Van der Haar almost exposed there. And Gale's got quite a whack on his head for his troubles. And Van der Haar and May lead the inquest as to what went wrong. Manchester United torn open here. I think that was a handball there by Gale. It really was knocked for six by the big goalkeeper Van der Haar. So they're just checking that Gale isn't concussed, and the game will continue. We're very close to half-time now. And meanwhile, Manchester United have some defending to do now. Neil Ardley will take this corner kick. Everyone missed it, except Van der Haar as Lieben moved in. And this is Dennis Irwin. And we've moved into stoppage time at the end of the first half, still 0-0. Philip Neville. Irwin's cross. And to a chorus of leave it's. Kimball did just that. Kimball, who really has subdued David Beckham on the Manchester United right-hand side. It's been a very competent performance right across that back four for Wimbledon. Sullivan has had one real save of note to make, blocking with his legs that shot by Andy Cole early in the game. Now Lieben's been fouled by Henningberg. Free kick to Wimbledon. And a chance for Wimbledon to end the first half on the front foot. Philip Neville back, Ronnie Johnson and Andy Cole inside that defensive wall. Wimbledon have a defensive wall of their own. So trying to shield the ball. Gale. Only going to triple Van der Haar. Needs a bit more practice on the Wimbledon training ground. And that could well be the last attempt on goal in a very barren first half indeed. Perry. It was a foul by Marcus Gale. So is it time for one last attack for Manchester United before the half-time whistle blows? Very positive header by Thatcher. Gary Neville. Played wide here to Dennis Irwin. We've had 2 minutes of stoppage time. Philip Neville now. Threading a way through. Picking out Dennis Irwin. Irwin in towards Cole. Solskjaer. Ronnie Johnson. And the attack is brought to a premature end. Probably Manchester United's most potent attack. Right at the death of the first half. Almost ends with Solskjaer scoring. Alex Ferguson will think of some stern half-time words to utter to his team. But once again, Manchester United are well below par. And had Wimbledon a bit more confidence in their own abilities, they might be leading at the interval. United ahead perhaps in terms of attempts on goal. It's another disappointing performance by the league champions. The half-time score from Old Trafford is 0-0.
And to present the prizes today from GMTV, we welcome
Welcome back, 0-0 at half-time in our featured game between Manchester United and Wimbledon at Old Trafford, and Manchester United's pursuit of the retention of their league championship stumbling once again here. Manchester United have lost 7 league games so far this season. Leeds, Arsenal twice, Coventry, Southampton, Leicester and Sheffield Wednesday have all beaten them. Are they to slip up again against Wimbledon? It's United who restart the game, playing from right to left in this second half. And I imagine that their manager, Alex Ferguson, has had some harsh words to say at half-time. And here's Andy Cole, trying to right things right at the start of the second half. And we have a free kick for that foul by Chris Perry, who could well be seeing a yellow card very shortly. All innocence. United have won a free kick inside the opening 20 seconds of the second half. Once again, enter David Beckham to try and steer the ball past Neil Sullivan in the Wimbledon goal. Can he manage it? This one took a deflection. Robbie Earle had guarded the near post. It's a corner to Manchester United. Manchester United seem a bit more workmanlike now. At the resumption of hostilities anyway, they have a corner. Scholes bent into the back post. Back in by Philip Neville. May's forward here. Beckham, May, Johnson. Beckham, super cross. Just a bit overhead in the end. Scholes. That one took a deflection. And Beckham's won it. Pulled it back towards Gary Neville, who sees his cross beaten away. Very bright start by Manchester United to this second half. Owen, penetrating ball, but slightly driven. Beckham stumbled. And Alex Ferguson's side unable to find a way through. This is Dennis Irwin. There's David Beckham, who had that opportunity early on in the second half for that free kick. Philip Neville. Ronnie Johnson. United are getting forward into some promising positions, and Wimbledon might have quite a bit more defending to do now. Beckham's going to take this corner. Berg goes forward here for Manchester United. Beckham swings the ball in. Scholes. There's never going to be a penalty. Kimball. Michael Hughes. Thatcher. Berg is a back marker here for Manchester United. United looking to add to 7 successes in a row against Wimbledon in the Premier League meetings. Here's Beckham now for Manchester United. There was no trip there. David Beckham could be in trouble for trying to procure a free kick. The sun is out at Old Trafford, but it's hardly a happy sight at the moment. Most of the United fans less than happy with their team's inability to break Wimbledon down. Beckham. It's a great ball. Gary Neville now. Clear by Thatcher, former Millwall man. Great run forward there by Gary Neville to join the attack. Here he is again. Scholes. This is Ronnie Johnson. Irwin to his left. Cole. There he just took some of the sting out of the shot. Gale left the ball behind, and Ronnie Johnson can win it easily. Here's Dennis Irwin. Scholes. Beckham. It's going to be meat and drink to the Wimbledon defence. Beckham just seems to be playing beneath the very high standards he sets for himself. Maybe a slight surprise to find Wimbledon drawing here. Their away record this season is actually not that disappointing. They haven't won that many games. They have a appalling home record. Here's Ardley. And Wimbledon have a free kick here, which Neil Ardley will take. Will Kimball take it? Kimball comes across. Dermot Gallagher asked that United defensive wall to retreat just a couple more yards. Still 0-0. Chance here for Wimbledon to embarrass United. Kimball with a free kick. Robbie Earle will pick it up at the far touchline. Earle again, and the ball taken off him by Andy Cole. Here comes the United counter thrust. Beckham. In towards Ronnie Johnson. Scholes. If he can get there. Thatcher. This is Andy Roberts. Oh, a mistake there by Sullivan. Solskjaer. It was reminiscent of Peter Schmeichel's mistake. When United conceded a goal against Barnsley here in the FA Cup. Still 0-0 though. This is Hughes. Lieben. Appeals for handball against Lieben. United have possession anyway. Here's Philip Neville. Racing into that Wimbledon half now. Cunningham. Throw in taken by Irwin. No breakthrough yet for the league leaders and league champions, still being held by Wimbledon. Irwin. Scholes. Wimbledon have defended well. I think they've given away a free kick now though. Neil Sullivan, who has hopes of going to the World Cup with Scotland. They'll be hoping that Craig Brown, the Scotland manager, hasn't seen that. Solskjaer waits patiently for his chance as Beckham crosses the ball. Lieben, beaten by Berg, and then Johnson helps it on. This is Gary Neville. And this is Beckham. That's a wayward attempt by David Beckham. Just can't seem to find the net here at Old Trafford. Just wonder how long Alex Ferguson will leave it before making changes. Manchester United manager doesn't have that many options on the substitutes bench, to be honest. Philip Neville. Scholes loses out to Andy Roberts in midfield. Gary Neville's lost the ball, but he was being pushed. Free kick to the home side, courtesy of that foul by Marcus Gale. Marcus Gale was Wimbledon's top goal scorer last season. I think one or two clubs have wised up to his particular trade and his particular skills. Johnson. Scholes. And here's Andy Cole. Cole's cross, away by Thatcher. Picked up by Michael Hughes. Involved in something of a kicking match with Johnson. Cole. Certainly the United fans are getting behind their team. Gary Neville. Scholes. Still Scholes. Lovely turn by Scholes. Away by Cunningham. Solskjaer! And a fresh air shot. Well, they cause embarrassment on a golf course on the first tee. Even greater embarrassment in front of 50,000 at Old Trafford. Terrific play by Scholes to set up that chance, but still United can't finish. We've had 11.5 minutes of the second half. Johnson, win for Manchester United. Perry's under pressure. Philip Neville, Scholes. Beckham. Defensive header there by Kenny Cunningham. It was reported in many newspapers this week that Kenny Cunningham would be confirmed as a new Wimbledon captain. But that honour's gone to Robbie Earle today. Corner to Manchester United. Beckham to take it. Is this the breakthrough? Beckham again. Almost straight in. Good save in the end by Sullivan. He was well aware of the danger there as Beckham floated that one dangerously across. And Beckham tries to add that sort of velocity Manchester United are looking for in their attacks. Beckham's corner once again. Away by Gale. Ardley. Gary Neville has to go all the way back to Henningberg. Cole skips away from Perry. It seems to me that Wimbledon's ambitions now are simply to dig in and try and leave with a point. Their attacking options have more or less disappeared. And they have some more defending to do, because here's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This time the clearance by Sullivan is very positive. Gary Neville now has some space. Can he deliver? Final ball, he can't do so. It was beaten away. And Wimbledon have survived now for nearly an hour. And here's this wonderful cross by Beckham, which almost eluded Neil Sullivan in the Wimbledon goal. Wimbledon make a change in attack. Jason Newell replacing Marcus Gale. Jason Newell has scored an awful lot of goals at reserve team level. Scholes. Roberts has lost it. Johnson wins it for Manchester United. This is Beckham. This looks dangerous. But the cross doesn't. That Wimbledon defence has been well marshalled. But they still have quite a way to go before they get their reward. Scholes. An inviting cross. Cole missed it. May missed it. And Manchester United miss another opportunity. Ronnie Johnson driving United forward from midfield. He can play either in central defence or midfield. Very useful person to have around as far as Alex Ferguson is concerned, with Butt currently out of the Manchester United midfield, and Ryan Giggs. And this is Cole, turned on to Beckham. And this is Cole. Irwin. Philip Neville. Dennis Irwin! Interesting to see how many shots Manchester United have had which have actually been on target. Here's another one that whistled well wide. Dennis Irwin so often has proved to be a match winner for Manchester United. Philip Neville able to get the best of Kenny Kenningham, drawing the free kick, releasing Dennis Irwin. Solskjaer. Philip Neville. That pass easily telegraphed by the Wimbledon defence. And here's Michael Hughes with a rare attack for Wimbledon. Yule wants it on the far side. Hughes waits for the reinforcements, and here they come. Kimball. Beckham. Cole. Beckham. And Wimbledon back in numbers now. Gary Neville. Ronnie Johnson. It's all United at the moment. Still they can't crack this Wimbledon defence, which has stood firm. And we've now had nearly 19 minutes of the second half. Gary Neville for Manchester United. Cole. Ardley. Lieber. Newell. Really, you might think that Manchester United hardly need 4 defenders to deal with Wimbledon's threat. It's an area of the pitch which Manchester United could almost neglect. Beckham. Away by Thatcher. Johnson. He's found some space. His shot hits Andy Cole. And here can Wimbledon on the counter-attack. This is where United do need their defence. This is Ardley, the right winger. Michael Hughes tried to bend the ball in. Bent it into the United fans. Michael Hughes, a player who cost £800,000 from West Ham all the way back in September. Just sums up United's day so far. Solskjaer hasn't been at his very best. And Joe Kinnear's side slowly but slowly ambling their way towards what would be a very valuable point indeed if they could frustrate Manchester United for what, another 25 minutes, that's all. A point isn't good enough for Alex Ferguson's team, with Arsenal hot on their heels. And this is Robbie Earle. Hughes. Away by Irwin. Good cushion header picking out Philip Neville. Paul Scholes now driving United forward from midfield. Scholes. Wimbledon played the offside trap and had possession with their goalkeeper Neil Sullivan. There's real care and concern on the faces of the United players. There's a good deal of tiredness too. Huge weight of expectation on the Manchester United footballers remains as intense as ever. And here's Michael Hughes for Wimbledon, picking out Ardley. And Hughes again. It's all the way through to Van der Howe, who has essentially been a spectator for long periods of this second half. Thatcher under pressure from Solskjaer. And Solskjaer's determination wins in possession here. Andy Cole. And Perry gets the ball out for a corner. We've reached the three-quarter point of this game. Manchester United 0, Wimbledon 0. United have the corner kick. England international David Beckham to take it. Sullivan's dropped it, but he was being fouled. And he's been injured as well. Here's the instant once again. Sullivan went up and was being impeded there by Henningberg. Henningberg, United central defender. Sullivan took a whack in the mouth. He is not too badly shaken, and it remains goalless at the Theatre of Dreams. And it's a dream at the moment for Wimbledon. And there could be more. Newell. He claims he was knocked over then as he tried to race on the end of Lieben's through ball. Scholes releasing David Beckham. Away by Thatcher, picked up here by Philip Neville. Ronnie Johnson. Space on the left-hand side here for Dennis Irwin. Look how many Wimbledon players are behind the ball. Cole, Solskjaer, Cole again, and saved by Sullivan. Cole was lying on the turf and suddenly sprung up to get a shot in on goal. He has quicksilver reflexes, Andy Cole. Corner to United, 24 minutes gone of the second half. Thatcher. The United fans urging their side to find that one decisive breakthrough, which would bring them 3 valuable points. Gary Neville with the throw. Michael Hughes. Hughes goes to return. 20 minutes left. And a draw here at Old Trafford would almost be like a win bonus anywhere else for these Wimbledon players. Earl. Hughes. This is Jason Newell. He's had a bit of a rough time of it of late with a shoulder injury. Is by Solskjaer. Now here's Paul Scholes. Ronnie Johnson. United just for the moment hammering on a locked door. Nobody quite able to find the key. Scholes. The free kick, this time given away by Andy Roberts, recent arrival from Crystal Palace. So, Beckham will try his luck yet again. Turning out to be a duel between Beckham and Neil Sullivan. That Wimbledon defensive wall asked to retreat a few extra yards. Manchester United want to get on with the game. Can Beckham break down the Wimbledon wall? Stay where you are, says Dermot Gallagher. Scholes had the shot which was blocked. Kimball's won it from Beckham. Now could Wimbledon attack here? Hughes. Kimball. Easily telegraphed by Gary Neville. Johnson. Gary Neville trying to inject some pace on that pass. And Wimbledon will hark back to the fact that they managed to draw here in the FA Cup last season. Went on to eliminate Manchester United from that competition. Heading down the same avenue again. Wimbledon caught offside. Irwin. Solskjaer, Scholes. Trying to pick out Irwin again. This is Roberts. 12 here is Philip Neville. Solskjaer. Irwin. Cole's after it. Here's Andy Cole. And Neil Sullivan has to produce his best save of the game to deny Andy Cole the opening goal of the match. Cole had got away and had pulled back the trigger then. And this time Cunningham heads the ball out of play. Good pressure. Andy Cole close to his 23rd goal of the season here. He sprinted away from Thatcher. He couldn't get it past Neil Sullivan. More pressure on that Wimbledon goal. Still 0-0. 15 minutes remaining at Old Trafford. Philip Neville with the corner. An opening here at the back post. Solskjaer has given it away. Goodness only knows what he was thinking. And Kimball overran the ball. It's a free kick to, or a throw-in rather, to Manchester United. Gary Neville. Eyes of out from the Wimbledon defence. They've kept Manchester United out all right. This is Beckham. May. Cole. And Thatcher being chased all the way here. Happy to hack the ball out of play. 15 minutes left now. And Manchester United have to summon up new reserves of energy from somewhere and find a crack in that Wimbledon defence. Van der Haar with the clearance. Kimball with the header. Johnson. Perry got in the way. Kimball. Good defensive header back to Neil Sullivan. Neil Sullivan, who's done quite a bit of hard work today to further his claims of a place in the Scottish World Cup party. Another piece of chewing gum for Alex Ferguson. Solskjaer. This is Philip Neville. Beckham. Johnson. Dispossessed easily by Hughes. Wimbledon have it back. Johnson. And Philip Neville again. The home fans imploring their side to score. Scholes. Beckham. Away by Michael Hughes. Appeared to be a handball there by May, not so according to the referee. This is Philip Neville. Philip Neville with a cross. Andy Cole. Wimbledon have won just one of their last 4 games, but a draw at Old Trafford would be seen akin to a victory. United seem to have lost their way a little bit. And it gets no easier for Manchester United, who face both Blackburn and Liverpool in the coming weeks. Berg. Hardly. Now those passes are going astray. It's Van der Howe in possession. Scholes. Solskjaer. Defending by Kenny Cunningham. A very solid shout there as to what to do. He wasn't under pressure. Lieben. Hartley. Cunningham. Wimbledon in no great hurry. Nice for their defence to have a breather, I imagine. Won't be too long before the defence are under pressure yet again. Hardly. May pitches the ball back. Scholes. This one cut out by Thatcher. Thatcher with the cross. It's not a bad looking one. Jason Ewell's here. Ewell. Hughes. Heading out for a corner. So 10 minutes left. And Manchester United chasing the game somewhat, now have some defending to do themselves. With Wimbledon in a position to apply some pressure on the goal defended by Raymond van der Gaal. Perry comes forward then for Wimbledon. They take it short. Kimball. Played by Van der Gaal. And there's a push by Thatcher on Solskjaer. Free kick to Manchester United. And here come United again. Solskjaer. Cuts inside Kimball. Took a deflection. It's a corner. Beckham to take it. The stakes get higher and higher for Manchester United. And it's going to be Ben Thornley coming on for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as United try just to shake up a rather blunted attack and introduce one or two fresh ideas. Ben Thornley, another one of these exciting young players at Old Trafford. Pushing between Cunningham and Berg. referee trying to sort it all out. Beckham. That's another corner. Beckham then with another corner kick. Cunningham trying to get his head to the ball. The whistle's gone. So much pushing and shoving in there, and Earl playing the captain's role, urging Wimbledon to defend for all their worth. Scholes has been pushed forward now. Another corner kick. Johnson, he's gone! Ronnie Johnson scores for Manchester United with 8 minutes left. Wimbledon's defence has finally cracked. And Ronnie Johnson thumped that ball so hard, Sullivan just couldn't keep it out. Johnson controlled the ball, and it was just too hard for Sullivan. Devastating shot by Ronnie Johnson. My goodness, Manchester United have had to be patient. That's putting it mildly. The goal comes 7 minutes from the end. And how important a goal could that be come the end of the season? It's only Ronnie Johnson's third of the campaign. His first league goal this season. Now, can Wimbledon embarrass Manchester United? Michael Hughes. And that's going to be a free kick. May shown a yellow card for that rather rash challenge. Game isn't over yet by a long, long way. Wimbledon have this free kick. Ardley, Hughes. Oh, it's almost gone in. Who got the final touch? It was Yule who threw himself at the ball. It appeared to be a hand. And I don't know how the referee works this one out, but it's going to be corner kick. Corner to Wimbledon. And the whistle has already gone before that marvellous save. Perry got forward very effectively there. I'm not sure that should have been a corner, to be honest. But it was a corner, and the referee spotted some pushing and shoving going on and blew his whistle before the header came in from Perry. Great save by Van der Houwer. Andy Cole. Scholes up in support. Cole now has overrun it. Tried his hardest to find that opening. Just unable to do so. That goal has added a sort of gloss to this Manchester United performance, which hasn't been that impressive. And Wimbledon still trying to embarrass United before the full-time whistle, which is about 4 minutes away. Ardley. Ardley to take the corner kick. Wimbledon have pushed forward a bit more now. Hooked away from goal. Perry's in there. It's landed virtually on the line. And I think a Wimbledon player almost headed it out. These are nervy moments for Manchester United. Kimball swings the ball wide to Ardley. Ardley plays it in. Wimbledon feel they can get an equaliser here. Hughes, that's repelled by May. Picked up by Roberts. Swept wide to Ardley, that's a super ball. Ardley with a cross. That was an important header by May, and here comes David Beckham. 2.5 minutes left. Manchester United leading 1-0. Andy Cole. Cole heads off towards goal. Brings Scholes into the game. And Cole got in the way of Beckham's drive on goal. Well, you can hear how anxious Manchester United's fans are. They want the final whistle. They've still got 2 minutes of normal time left to play. Hughes. Beckham. Manchester United will try and keep possession now, and Philip Neville's giving the ball away. Cunningham. Andy Roberts for Wimbledon, who are desperate for an equalising goal now. Michael Hughes, good skill by him. Cunningham, wide to Ardley. Can he deliver a cross? It's an anxious time for players, fans and coaching staff alike of Manchester United. Cunningham with a cross. Away by May, back in by Roberts, and there's a free kick to Manchester United now. We're inside the final minute of the match. Ryan Kidd screaming instructions to his players just to tighten up for the last couple of minutes, just till the final whistle finally arrives and United can return to winning ways. There's a push by Thatcher, ignored by the referee. Gary Neville. Johnson the goal scorer. Andy Roberts now, Cunningham, tackled by Scholes. We've moved into stoppage time at the end of the game. Manchester United 1, Wimbledon 0. Here's Ben Thornley. Pulls it back to Cole. Great tackle on Cole. Cleared by Sullivan. To Robbie Earl. Newell tries to win it all the way back now to Van der Gaal. Wimbledon were within 7 minutes of frustrating Manchester United when Ronnie Johnson scored. Lieben, stabbed clear by May. Thornley now. Ben Thornley for Manchester United. He's gone round Perry. Hooked it to the back post. Beckham, and headed in by Scholes, and it's 2-0. And it's all over now. Alex Ferguson can celebrate, because that little glanced header by Scholes brings United success. Thornley was the architect of the goal. Beckham's clever header picked out Scholes, and Scholes picked out an unguarded net. Just the merest of touches to take it away from Kimball. And that goal comes in stoppage time at the end of the game. The points are Manchester United's. And Andy Cole now being helped off the field. That's the generous round of applause you can hear. I think this is the last we'll see of Andy Cole this afternoon, with a couple of minutes of stoppage time having already elapsed, and Brian McClare, the old timer, coming on, and players can smile, the fans can smile, Alex Ferguson and Brian Kidd can smile, because Manchester United have returned to winning ways. It's all over. This could be a turning point in United's season. They've stumbled so badly of late. They stumbled for so long in this game. 83 minutes before Ronnie Johnson finally found a gap in that Wimbledon defence. And as United moved towards a final whistle and Wimbledon threatened to find an equaliser, United broke up field and Alex Ferguson's side found another goal as Thornley created an opening for Beckham, and Paul Scholes headed the ball in. Wimbledon have been desperately unlucky. They fought Manchester United virtually all the way, but goals from Johnson and Scholes means it's 3 important points for Manchester United, who are back to winning ways again. Final score from Old Trafford, it's Manchester United 2, Wimbledon 0.